going back, you know how I know Eric Adams is a real one? He's promoting that book of that girl. He's sharing the pie.
Probably the angel investor, right?
He got his points probably. You remember my nigga campaign, the
I
end
remember.
of an era. Guys, it's not my nigga, it's Make New York Great Again. Well, but you can read it as my nigga campaign. Eric Adams, this is the end. And the crazy part is now he's reaching the end. Now the crazy stuff is coming out. Fayus.
Do you think that Eric Adams is a Trump boy?
Heck no. I'm trying not to curse. No, Eric isn't anybody's boy.
That's Jasmine Ray, author of the new book, Political Humanity. It details her undisclosed 2-year-long romantic relationship with New York City Mayor Eric Adams years before he took office. She talks about her time working in City Hall under the Adams administration after he offered her a position to lead the mayor's office of sports, wellness, and recreation. And it gives a behind-the-scenes look at what was happening when Eric Adams was infamously indicted, but those charges were later dropped by the Department of Justice under the Trump administration.
Did Adams ever talk to you about his relationship with Trump or any conversations within the White House?
Yeah, and what he said was there is no relationship. They didn't know each other before the indictment, you know, and they never really got to know each other after.
Why write this now? You just resigned from your position and you published it a few days later.
Yeah, because I felt like my friend was being jumped. You know, I'm a 4th-degree black belt, so if I feel like somebody's getting beat up, I'm going to jump in the fight. And I wanted people to kind of take a peek behind the headlines and see who this man is.
Let me pause this. Because you know the curves are right. When even through the jacket, you can see the curves. Let's continue. Fair use.
Really is.
What do you say to people that you might have done in your position not out of merit, but out of favoritism?
Prior to even knowing who he was, I was already in the sports world. I had started a nonprofit in 2010. I really had a pulse on what was going on the grassroots level. Anybody that's like, oh, you got it because, you know, you knew him. No, I knew the job. I feel as though a lot of politics is performative. And I think that Eric is not with the performance. I think that he's just a straight shooter. He's going to say it like it is. And the reason why I believe he was indicted in the first place is because he spoke up about, you know, President Biden not protecting the border. If Eric has something to say, he's going to say it regardless of who's in the seat.
Adams was indicted in September 2024 on charges related to bribery, wire fraud, and illegal foreign campaign donations from Turkish officials. But in April 2025, those charges were dropped.
Anyway. So you wonder, RJ, did you understand who she was, who she is? For those who didn't understand.
He's the former lover of hers for 2 years, and now they're friends.
For those who don't understand, she loved Eric Adams but kept it a secret. Now she's talking. I'm gonna read it, or are you going to read the caption? You can read the caption. You only have to read the first 2 paragraphs. He's building the suspense, guys. You're on mute, by the way. I don't know if you.
Sorry.
I thought he was building it. He's just continue.
My bad. So this is from the New York Times, New York City page.
Yes.
Shortly after Eric Adams won the Democratic primary for mayor in 2021, he texted his former lover, Jasmine Ray, and urgently asked her to meet him. "I'm going to be mayor of New York City, and I don't want to do this without you," he wrote. In a message, Ray recounted in a self-published book to be released on Sunday. A year later, he appointed her as... he appointed her as the city's first director of the mayor's office of sports, wellness, and recreation, a $160,000 a year job created by the city council months before he took office. Adams, who has long described another woman, Tracy Collins, as his life partner, never spoke of this relationship with Ray, who also dated others. She too kept the romance confidential until now. So this is the woman they were talking about, him having an affair with and giving a job.
I guess. We don't, well, I guess this, at least, I don't know if that's her, because don't forget, there was a police chief who was beating down, not physically, but in the bed, 3 or 4 cops and giving them
Woo wee 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 wee.
like Lil Wayne was singing. And you know Lil Wayne can sing, so continue. But yeah, it's clear that now that he's leaving office, the stories are starting to come out and people are coming clean. I have to say, it's a shame that he's going out, because you can't deny, man has good taste. The man has good taste.
I thought you were gonna say he did a good job. I think he did a good job.
He did a good job, but he has good taste as well.
But you shouldn't elect people based on good taste. I mean,
he has good taste. And he can bench press. According to some people, bench press doesn't count. You shouldn't count it in the mayoral campaign, but he can bench press more than 2 times. A feather. He can bench press a feather more than 2 times.
well, some people
Some
can even
others
do
cannot
that.
say.
Some people can even do that.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's the end of an era. I don't know if he's coming back, because I think he did a good job. I think the indictment hurt him, and I think the media wasn't also too cooperative.
You mean like this? Fair use.
Listen, there was a book that came out that Jasmine Ray wrote. And in the Daily News today, it was stated that there was a sexual action that happened in Borough Hall to be put in that book. And it wasn't. You're a dark, sick person, man. You know that? You're a dark, sick person. Your name was on the byline. And there's some of you that have been covering me. You guys could part. Let me do this. Y'all could depart.
Spread out. You don't have to stand beside me. I'm gonna air out everyone. It's my end. It's the end. I'm gonna go out like Scarface. I'm gonna spray everyone. Don't stand beside me so they don't take you into this. Where's my salt? like Rogers. Like Rogers. Where's my salt? I'm gonna spray everyone. Fair use.
Some of you have been
Everyone is spreading out. Everyone's making sure they don't get strays later on.
covering me for 3.5 years. Some of you are so sick and dark, and you're the leader of that. You're one of the most dark writers that I've ever seen in this city. And your personal sick vendetta and the sickness of how you think of over-sexualizing a black man, that in the book it stated that there was a sexual action in Borough Hall. That was never in the book. But that's typical of the sickness and the darkness of your sick mind. You're one of the sickest reporters I know. Go ahead.
Crazy. It's gonna continue. Fair use.
Next question. You're a sick person.
What's your reaction to Letitia James getting indicted?
I'm gonna do the same thing to her what I ask of everyone. When I was going through my situation, let the process play out. People attacked me, they called me names, they destroyed an impeccable record in this city. Folks, I've been doing this for 40 years. I have 40 years of delivering for the people of the city of New York. And within months, my entire life was destroyed. And some of you who knew me joined the chorus of calling me all sorts of names. He made a deal. He did this. All of you that knew me, I was really surprised. And some of you broke my heart. I was surprised that y'all saw how impeccable my record was as a police officer, state senator, borough president, and as a mayor. And within months, because of a lawfare, you all of a sudden turned me into a criminal. You characterized my administration as corrupt. You didn't look at the dedication and commitment and the success of this city. And I noticed, you know what's interesting? I'm seeing none of you report some of the stuff that is coming out of the FBI of what happened under the Biden administration. I'm not seeing you report that. I'm not seeing you report some of the hidden records and the hidden files. I'm not seeing that anymore. But what you did in those months, to me, I'll never forget that. It was wrong. I did not deserve that. And as a mayor and as a public servant, I committed myself to the city, and I'm going to continue to commit myself to the city.
Crazy. He aired them out. He was like,
He a freak though, man.
come on, man. He doesn't care anymore because he's not gonna run again. He said he's gonna go into try to get his doctorate. It's done. He's done with politics.
Yeah. When you are as they say in certain languages,
Hey, there he goes again. What's this guy with his languages? This thing is a language nude. Anyway, continue.
high trees catch a lot of wind. I think you say it in English as well. I don't know. In any case,
But I think
actually
he's
tall
a real
trees,
one.
Actually,
You know,
tall trees. But when you assume a position like that, I mean, it's a dirty game.
it's a dirty game, man. Definitely. It's a dirty game. I do agree with you on that. And people try to smother your name. They'll run you through dirt for an article, my man.
Yeah.
He's going back. You know how I know Eric Adams is a real one? He's promoting that book of that girl. He's sharing the pie.
Probably the angel investor, right?
He got his points probably. He got a couple of points.
Got some points in there. You got some points, yeah.
He got some points on that. Hey, you got some points on that package.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey,
Yeah,
man.
I think it's a shame. And I think he did a good job. I have a feeling that this new mayor is going to be, I don't know. It's not going to be the same.